welcome. My name is Brian Caplen, editor of The Banker. I'm here with Danielle Myles, who's the investment banking editor. And we're at the Investment Banking Awards 2016 at Claridge's in London. So Danielle, you've been looking through all the applications. You were on the judging committee. What sort of response did we have to our Investment Banking Awards this year?
It was a fantastic response, actually, and it was from the major players, but also a lot of the smaller banks that are coming up as well, and from every region. So it was definitely an impressive effort.
And that's interesting, really, because the investment banking environment has not been that good, has it? Or at least it's been challenging, shall we say?
It's certainly been challenging in some ways, and that really didn't show through in terms of the submission. So I don't think those problems should overshadow the sort of genuine and scalable examples of innovation, which obviously the banks have been doing through their different divisions over the past 12 months.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the challenges first. I mean, we've had very slow economic growth, haven't we? And we've had a number of shocks and sort of political crises. What sort of impact has that had on the market?
Yes, it's been an unexpected year in many ways, I guess. I guess what this really shows in terms of the banks, some of them have come to the fore in terms of being able to identify pockets of liquidity, which others haven't been able to.
Right.
It's also shown that banks are really playing to their strengths, and I guess this is one of the results of the regulations, post-crisis regulations. Banks can't be everything to everyone, or very few of them can.
Right, so they're focusing on certain market segments and then they're becoming the leaders in those areas.
Absolutely, and some banks have really had breakout years, which is great to see.
All right. Well, tell us a bit about the shocks. I mean, we've had Brexit, we've had
volatility at the beginning of the year, right from the beginning of the year. Yes, so Brexit obviously has been the dominant theme. It's interesting to see the fallout. It maybe hasn't been quite as big as people expected in terms of deal flow. What's your impression in terms of the future of the city at this point?
Well, that's right. I mean, obviously everybody's concerned about it. A lot depends on what sort of relationship the UK has with the European Union and what it could be negotiated. The big thing for the investment banks is to try and keep their passport.
Yeah, of course.
But that's looking a little bit remote at the moment from the soundings we're getting from the political side. But investment banks are very creative, as you said. So I think that they will have to weigh the balance of the advantages of being in London, which is obviously the depth of the capital markets, the legal system, the time zone, the skill base, and so forth, against what extra effort they're going to have to put in to sell their services into Europe. So it's going to be a long process. It's going to be a worrying process, but hopefully it will resolve itself in due course.
I guess we'll have a lot to talk about this time next year then.
That's right. So from us, at the Investment Banking Awards, we're waiting to have a great evening. Have a good evening too.